Hello, everyone. My name is Nikolai, and I'm just doing this sound check. If you have any problems, please do let us know. Raise a hand or send us a quick note in the chat. A quick intro slide. Please follow us on all the social media. We are here for you, and we update a lot of information about the product, as well as the support issues or anything else that you may need about RigER or about the industry through one of our social media channels. Again, the topic of today's webinar is going to be Oilfield Job Dispatch. It's a huge topic. We all know, we appreciate everyone's coming online today because it's been a known hot topic, if you will, for the oilfield services. So we're going to dive right into it. And it's going to be, we promise, rich in content. So bear with us throughout the whole webinar today. So a quick agenda. So as I introduce myself, you can see the key presenters of today's webinar. So we see Michael, Gleb, and Arsen. We're going to be talking about oilfield jobs tracking, resources availability dashboards, equipment dispatch, field technicians dispatch, job schedules, operations reports, and we will have a couple of Q&A sessions as stopover. So bear with us again, jot down your questions or send them right there through the control panel of your dashboard.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RigER webinars. Today we will starting the webinar series with the almost 9 different webinars about different topics. And first topics is the core of oilfield businesses, the dispatching of oilfield jobs. And let's move forward. So the dispatching is very, very stressful job. So the dispatcher needs to know and coordinate and react and communicate efficiently with the peers and clients, understand the current situation, see what is available, know about upcoming jobs and current jobs. So, and effectively provide the order management and field management. In RigER, we use delivery tickets and the field tickets to track all our oil field operations. So the delivery tickets mostly focus on the rental side, field tickets focus on the service side of the business. So let's see how it works and how the system designed in RigER. So the dispatcher become a central person in the system and the dispatcher intersection between field and management, between sales and accounting. So it's a central position in our system, and probably the core goal for RigER is to help the dispatcher as much as possible to take stress out, show what's available, what is going on, and understand what we need to provide to our client and see the full picture and as much details as possible. So everything starts from the sales. So the entire cycle, it could be from the mobile app, or it could be directly from the dispatcher. So goes to the management approval, then goes to the dispatcher for the schedule of the job, and then goes to the field technicians to the field, then back to the dispatcher for approval, and at the end it goes to the accountant. So accountant can generate invoice and do some analytics reports. And because of everything connected and everything started from sales operations, so field operations, management, everything is in one system. So invoicing become a very easy job. If we talk about Oilfield Job Workflow, we have several documents, and cornerstone documents will be a rental service agreement or rental agreement in this map, which will define the main parameters for every single job, location, price, what should be done, when should be done. And we have a bunch of tickets for every job. So at least 2 tickets for the rental job and several tickets for the service job. And the dispatcher generate those tickets and send a task to the field techs. And at the end of the day, everything goes to the invoicing, and the accountant generate invoice. This is how it works from a document perspective. So let's talk about how we can help to the dispatcher to see what's available. So I pass the mic to Arsen, and he will show us the availability dashboards.
Thank you, Michael. I think you would all agree that efficient resource management is vital for the success of any business. And in RigER, we are all about efficiency, and we have several tools that will help you to manage everything efficiently and do a productive job. First, I'd like to talk about the field technician dashboard. In this dashboard on the left-hand side, you can see the field technicians and your employees by their title and their divisions. On the right side, if selected, you will see all the names of employees of that particular title. And on the bottom part, you will have the exact information about that field technician. The next tool would be the rental units availability dashboard, which is essentially the main stop, and it will allow your dispatchers to see in real time which rental units are where and what's their status. And all other related information for them. The next tool, the next dispatch screen would be the unit numbers dashboard, which is exactly as it sounds. It provides information for exact unit numbers of every particular unit numbers, rental units, and it has a bunch of filters, so it makes the job of the dispatcher fairly easy. Now, the next would be the rental units dispatch calendar. In this screen, in this dashboard, you can see that we have all our rental units, and we have a weekly history of each and every single unit number for particular rental unit. So it will provide information 2 days before and 4 days after the current date. It would be all the history of all the unit numbers in our system. And also we have something similar to the availability dashboard of the rental units. This would be the availability dashboard of consumables, the parts and goods that we have in our system. I guess this is everything about the dashboards.
Right, let's move on. And my name is Gleb, and I'm VP of Operations in RigER. So I'm going to cover the main tools of the dispatcher in the system in more details and show how dispatcher can utilize them. So RigER allows you to keep track of different type of equipment and services, and this type of equipment can be bundled and built as assembly units and the combo units, as you may already know. And the cornerstone of the system is tracking units by serial numbers or unit numbers, so you'll be aware of all the movements, all the history of particular piece of equipment that you operate with. You also can keep tracking of your vendor relationship and warranties of the equipment. You can also track your sub-rental equipment if you take it from the third-party providers and utilize in your operations. So the system allows you to smoothly operate this kind of equipment, having them as your own equipment, but at the same time have this ability to build the reports about the profitability of the sub-rental operations, etc. Also, RigER system allows you to provide services, repairs, maintenance to the equipment within the tickets. So every single action that you do in your real life will be tracked and recorded in the system. So down the road, the management will be able to build the reports that will show all the analytics about the operations, services, and all kind of relationship with your clients. So there are a number of tools and reports and dashboards that allows dispatcher keep track of the equipment, dispatch resources, such as people and field technicians. So the first one, as Arsen has already said, is availability dashboard. And this is actually the homepage of the system where you can see the list of your rental equipment split by different status of the equipment, which is in stock or deployed or at location. For example, if the unit has been delivered to the client's location, but it's not charged to the client yet, for example, some kind of standby period, so we can track it as at location, but the actual rental period will not be started before the client say that, okay, we're ready to utilize your equipment, so start billing us or start charging the equipment for. And this availability dashboard actually also shows you who is the owner of the equipment, and it also splits the equipment by different internal yards and locations where you store your equipment at. Also, this availability dashboard can show the dispatcher what is the expected return date from a particular location and how many units we have deployed at the different locations of the client. Also, we can build a report based on that information that will show all the equipment splitted by particular serial numbers or unit numbers, whatever the term you utilize in your operations, and it will show again at what location we have our units exactly at this moment of time, and even the time of the day, because RigER system is time sensitive, so every document has a timestamp, because during the day you can provide equipment to different clients, say returning from one client location and delivering to another one. So it's essential to keep track of the time when the actual movement is happened. The next is a location report, which shows you information about clients' yards where we have delivered the equipment, what was the deploy date of this particular serial number or unit number, what is the last bill date or next billing date. So the system is able to track all these details and also show you the quantity at the location or for particular clients, so we can filter this report by clients, by locations. We can apply a particular job number filter, and everything can be saved to Excel if you need to play with this data a little bit differently, or you can just print this report for a particular client and show what we have as of this moment of time at their locations. The next is location history dashboard. This is very powerful and useful tool for dispatchers because they can see the whole history in terms of documents list of the particular location of the client. So, and on that dashboard, we can even process the documents. So we can select a particular unit number, set the date of the return, and delivery ticket will be generated for this unit number. So it will be reflected right away on the bottom part of the screen. And also we can do the return tickets. We can see the number of days that this unit is on rent right now and the revenue generated for a particular unit number or for the whole job. So we encourage you to utilize this dashboard. If you need more assistance how to work with this, please give us a shout and we'll provide you instructions or do the short training about the capabilities of this powerful tool. Also, dispatcher, sometimes they need to see the whole list of the jobs and for a particular period of time or in the particular status of the job. For example, if we'd like to see only jobs for EOG client at a particular location, we can apply filters and also apply a time filter. So select the month or week. And also if the dispatcher wants to see only active jobs that are ongoing right now, he can filter it by a particular status, active or signed, or maybe we need to see the closed jobs or eliminate closed jobs from the dashboard. So everything is available here. So again, this is most detailed information about all the jobs that we have right now. Now the next screen shows you the dispatch rental unit dashboard. As Arsen has already said, this one represents the list of the rental units split by different departments or internal locations. So if you have more than one internal location where you store your equipment at, you can see a particular rental unit and all the unit numbers of it with a different statuses for a period of the week. So we show the information 2 days before, as of today and 4 days ahead. So we can schedule our next jobs and we can schedule our equipment to be delivered to the client. Now, unit number status screen is the same representation of the information, but in a details by unit numbers. So again, the number of filters allows you to navigate this screen easily by selecting a particular client or particular rental unit and unit number status. So for example, if we need to see only deployed units, we can filter it by status, deployed, and the system will show us that. Also, we have the last document available here, which change the status of this unit, and we can go directly from that screen to the document to see the additional details about this particular event. Rental units calendar, another tool that can be utilized by dispatchers because it shows you the status of the particular unit numbers for a period of 1 month. Also, we can select the unit number status. If we need to see only available units for this month, we can do this by applying a particular filter. Or if we select a particular unit number, we will see the history of documents which has changed the status as of this day or any other day. Now let me show you quickly the live demo or how it works in the system directly on the example of Oilfield Operations History, Documents, and Tools. So let me start with the equipment history and statuses. For example, we can go to the rental units dashboard and switch to the unit number dashboard, and we see the whole list of unit numbers. Different filters can be applied, as I already said, to easily navigate and find necessary information here. And we can apply deployed status, for example, or available status to see the list of units. So now let's take a look at the equipment maintenance schedule. So we can track maintenance of the equipment in RigER. And for this purpose, in every rental unit, we can set up the maintenance template, which will be the list of the services that we'll provide for this particular equipment. We can set the period of time for which we need to provide this maintenance, say every 2 months. And we generate a delivery ticket with a type maintenance, and we can select this template for a particular unit. And services that should be provided are automatically filled in. So we just put the number of services if we have more than one unit to be inspected. And once we post the delivery ticket, this record is captured in the system, and we can check the whole maintenance history for a particular unit number in its card. So we see the last maintenance date, next maintenance date according to the schedule, and we can run the maintenance report that will show us the history of maintenance for this unit number or particular rental unit. Now, the equipment history, as I already showed you, but let me just quickly repeat that, we can see the history of a particular unit number, all the movements that has happened with this unit number. So there will be the type of the movement. We can go to the document that have moved this equipment, and we see the company, and we see location from location to. So that's pretty much the whole history of this serial number. Or we can release the filter of the serial number and see the history of the rental unit for all the unit numbers of this rental unit. This is pretty much useful for understanding where your units are moving. So let's go ahead and see the kind of CRM tools in our system. So we can see the history of every single client, what documents have been generated for it. So we go to the client's history and we see what kind of documents we have generated, as of which dates, as of at what location, etc. Also, we can go to the locations of this company and take a look at the location history. For this particular location, again, we can see the number of documents, and we can filter by delivery tickets only, or by field tickets only, or invoices. So it allows you to better understand what kind of documents we have generated. And also we can have a contacts history. So with every person in the company, we keep track of all the documents that this person has requested for. And again, we can go to the documents and see what we have delivered according to the requests of this particular company man. RigER also allows you to track your consumables, parts, and all the supplements that you use for the operations. So on the parts screen, you'll see all the consumables by quantity. So, and the system shows you on hand quantity and order quantity. So for each unit, we can see from which vendor we have ordered this quantity, in what amount, what is the estimated date of arrival, and we can go to the purchase order to see more information what we have ordered, and maybe to change something, or just to keep track of all the parts.
Yeah, thank you, Gleb. So at this point, I know we're halfway through, and as I mentioned in the beginning, so it's a pretty packed presentation because the dispatch is such a big part of the job. Then you do the operations and the rentals, and we wanted to make sure that everyone gets a chance to ask their questions. And the questions have been trickling in slowly but surely, and I'm glad to see that there is an interest in how we can help with the dispatch job. So the first question is from Nicholas. Is it possible to track not only equipment maintenance, but also inspections and repairs?
Yeah, actually, RigER system allows you to keep track of all the repairs, maintenance. As I already showed you that we can capture every event with a ticket, because the ticket will have all the details as of in regards to date of the event, what kind of repairs we did to this equipment. And the repair ticket is pretty much extensive document because it captures all the parts and services in a quantity and amount. And moreover, you can reimburse your repair cost to the client by connecting this repair ticket to your job and including it in the final rental invoice. And definitely the system captures all these events, and then you can build a report which is unit maintenance history report, which shows you how many repair events has happened to this particular unit number throughout the year. For example, you can analyze how much money have you spent on these repairs or maintenances, etc.
And I will show this report in a couple seconds.
Okay, and on the inspection, I just want to make sure that we're not missing that. So, and inspections are different from repairs, and is it tracked as well to the same degree, or is it customizable?
Same thing, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And another question here comes from Alan. We have no dispatcher in our company. Our field technicians manage field operations by themselves. How can we use RigER in this case? Will it work for us?
Oh, definitely. If you have no dispatcher, the function of dispatcher still exists in the system. So someone needs to take a decision, and it needs to make a decision, take action. To generate a delivery ticket, or start the job, or finish the job, or decided to swap the equipment, or send someone to somewhere. So it still exists in the system. If you have no, in a company, if you know that kind of role, it means that it will appear in the company any kind soon when you will grow.
Yeah, and I guess it's more of a role rather than a person. So that's why,
right.
It's a role.
That's right. Yeah, we have clients, they have no dispatchers. We have clients with like 5 to 7 dispatchers. It really depends how you organize the job and what the nature of your business.
Okay, and another question comes from Marta. Is it possible to replace paper tickets in the field by mobile tickets? I guess they have a bunch of people in the field, and we're wondering, do they have to have the field, paper tickets versus the mobile tickets?
The short answer is yes, but the big answer we'll have next Thursday. We'll have a big webinar about RigER mobile applications. So please join us next week, and we'll show you like step by step how the mobile application works with the cloud, and how cloud can manage oil field and send all the information to the mobile application. However, decision if you need to use a mobile ticket or digital ticket or paper ticket will be probably on the oil company side.
Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so I guess we're good with questions halfway through. Let's just keep moving.
Yeah. So the equipment is one part, but the field technicians or main power is the second part, or maybe sometimes it's the first part of the oilfield services. So when we talk about field technician dispatch, we have following tools in RigER. It's a field technician calendar. We track qualifications and skills, field technician certificates, track billable and payable hours for every single ticket, track the following information for the location as a direction and travel time near hospital, and all kind of different information about the job. And of course, we have job scheduling and crews, where you can build your own processes, and really depends on how you track the and manage your oil field jobs. So let's do a short demo about field technician dispatch, where I can show you the entire field technician management process. So yeah, let's start from the main dashboard, which we call the dispatch field technician, where you can see line by line all the field tickets for every particular single person. And if you switch from one to another, you will see the particular tickets, and all those fields are clickable. So you can open ticket right now and check the details about the job, change the status, say, for example, from open to pending or processing, and see who is in a crew and what is the time for this particular job. So, and change the time, and the time will be recorded, and put any additional comments, put the truck number, etc. So you can see all the field tickets in one row, and you can filter them by status. Say, for example, you'd like to see all the open tickets, or see open and processing tickets. You can check only the processing tickets and see what's going on with processing, and change the status. This is what usually the dispatch do when they approve the field tickets. So they're ready to invoice, and everything goes to the accountant. The next thing, good tool, is the field technician calendar, the view which shows you what's going on, and you can add additional days of injured or personal days, which can be excluded from the availability of the field technician. And another thing, it's field technician qualifications and skills. We can track field technician qualifications and skills as a separate document, where you can enter all the certificates and qualifications with numbers and expire dates, which will give you an opportunity to be on board all the time and understand what's going on and what we need to control. So you can go to the reports, run the certificate expires report, and see all the expired certificates next 30 days, and the number of people who needs to be recertified or update their certification. And of course, you can see the entire list of qualifications by person, and understand who is able to do what. So let's move forward and see how the dispatch can faster schedule the job. So Gleb will show us a couple of examples.
Thank you, Michael. And yeah, I'm going to show you how we simplify the job of the dispatchers, because sometimes we saw the situations when they have to generate tens or dozens of tickets for the, say, for the next week or for the whole month, in terms of maybe services of the equipment or just providing some kind of services to the client. So for this purpose, we've developed the feature that is called schedule, and we can do the schedule for two types of documents in the system, which is delivery tickets and field tickets. So the first type is a delivery ticket service, and once you provide the service through this type of the document, you can select the schedule and set the particular days and time even of the day on which the tickets will be generated for the next week or month. And once you set up the schedule for a particular ticket, you'll be able to generate tickets in a bulk for, say, for the next week. So the same services will be included in the next generated tickets. You only have, as a dispatcher, maybe to go inside of this ticket, and probably sometimes you need to change the field technician who will provide this service. So you'll be able to do that in the ticket itself. But again, that simplifies you and speeds up the process of the entering the documents, because as you already see, everything in RigER is captured through the documents. So every event is captured in the ticket. Yeah, you can do this through the delivery ticket service, or the next step, and the next type of the document is a field ticket, which also allows you to schedule your services. And if you have more than one person for the service, for example, a crew, then you can include this crew in the field ticket and schedule the tickets for the next number of days or until a particular day. So for each day, the field tickets will be generated accordingly to this schedule. So let's switch a little bit the topic of our presentation. Let's talk about the reports, which gives you more ability to see the pulse of the business and to see the analytics and actually to understand where you're moving.
So we have more than 70 plus different reports in the system right now. And right now we're working to add 30, maybe a little bit more. So next couple months we'll see around 100 reports in RigER. But I will show you some most important and most valuable from our client perspective reports which we use to support the dispatcher role. So the first will be the availability report, which gives you understanding what's going on for every particular rental unit type. And you can filter this report by department or by client location. You can export report to Excel spreadsheet. You can filter report by rental unit, unit number, or even color of the unit number. Then another good option is to filter this report by particular status. So you can see all the assembled items or all the available items or all the deployed items. And you see this is very, very straightforward report. Usually our clients use this report as a information tool, and this report in many organizations use as a weekly email PDF format to notify the salesperson or a dispatcher about the current position in the, say, in the morning of Monday morning, something like that. Rental unit technical report. This is exactly a report we mentioned. When you see all the interactions and all the technical changes in the unit, inspections, repairs, maintenance, all will be recorded and shown here. So you can filter this report by serial number, and it will be a technical history of the particular serial number. Location report. We usually see that clients really love it because you can see the not only quantity but the invoicing status of each particular unit number. Moreover, some of the clients, they use this report to send to their clients to show them what is available at every particular location, especially if they have a VIP clients, and then they can send this report to them. Another interesting report is daily oilfield rental jobs, which will show you for the particular location revenue, daily rates, monthly rates, and estimated monthly rate. Which gives you some kind of forecasting about your rental revenue. Next, big family of the reports, if you like, will be employee hours report or reports which will support a payroll calculation. So it could show the billable hours, payable hours, overtime, per diem, bonuses. So lots of detailed information from the field tickets and delivery tickets will go here. And from here, the accountant can be can use this in some cases in CSV format and import to the payroll system. Oilfield service report gives you overview of all the services provided on a particular period of time, and you can analyze how often those service provided, and in some version you can see the revenue as well. Field tech status history, it's another report which gives you like step-by-step analysis of the field technician statuses, and see what was a recorder, and what was a job, and who did what. And if you have like some breaks, some vacations, day offs, etc., it will be shown here as well. Expired certificates showing us the next 30 days of the certificates expired. This report is a good tool to see what needs to be updated from the employee profiles. And the entire picture of the qualifications will be showing in the qualifications report. So we can see not only certificates, but a specific skills, the employee skills which you can use. Say, for example, we have a client in Canada which they provide the medical service for oilfield, and they have a different requirements for different provinces. Alberta and BC are, from medical perspective, are different, and they have different employees with different qualifications. So they use this report extensively, understanding who is certified to provide the service in a particular area. That's probably everything. We have a lot of things to help a dispatcher to do the best of their job, what they usually do, and we just overviewed the job tracking, availability, equipment dispatch, field technician dispatch, how we schedule a job, and the operations report.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Michael. And again, this is Nikolai here. There is a Q&A button right there at the bottom. Please do not feel constrained. Submit them, click the button and type them up and submit them. So in the meantime, I just wanted to voice a couple of questions that have come right now. So one is from Jessica. I guess it's based on what we have just seen on the screen as far as the dispatching features go. How can we add these additional features to our current database of RigER that we're using?
Oh, send the request to support, and we will add it. So the RigER system design that the end user can see only the feature they need to see. I mean, they will not see any other distracting things which they probably will never use. But this new feature, yes, and we this is the reason why we do this webinar as well, to show what we have in RigER. And definitely, if you'd like to utilize those options, just let us know, and we will happy to add this. And again, those options are free for all the for all our users.
Good. Free is a good word. And again, as Michael said, just please send the email to the support@rigor.ca, Jessica. And that's
you can see this email address here. So
right here on the screen.
let us know what kind of feature you need.
So another question came from Jonathan. Can RigER integrate with payroll hour tracking services like ADP, for example?
Yes, definitely. It's integrated by file exchange. So we build, you probably saw that report, hours report. We prepared a specific report which ADP can import, and yeah, it will work.
Okay, thank you. So another question is from Laura. Is it possible, I guess it's based on, I can see that from the context on the certificates information, is it possible to upload all employee certificates data from Excel?
Yes, it's possible. We have a template. When you open the qualification, skill and qualification document, you will see the button, a template, and yeah, you can upload there, or you can build a Excel spreadsheet and adjust the Excel spreadsheet to use this template.
Okay, thank you. One more question from Chris. How can I see RigER mobile application? I guess that's a question about how do you see what things are possible on mobile?
So yeah, the right now you can go to the Apple Store and see the RigER application, and find the RigER Mobile Oilfield app, open it, and when it starts, you just switch to a demo mode, but it will be like your experience, but let us show you what we capable to do with the mobile app. And yeah, we invite you next week on next Thursday, same time. And the next webinar will be about mobile application.
It was a pleasure to present it to you. We're looking forward to see more of you next time, even more, and present RigER with all its different features. So thank you very much for being with us today, and see you next week, guys.
See ya.